If you are watching this on YouTube, hello. We are going to be getting into the February company tier list. I was going to say January because technically this tier list is going to be from the results of January. Just so you guys know, this tier list is going to be made out from all of the results of what happened from January. What I'm going to be basing my tier list off of is it's off of a lot of things, right? It's off of the improvements of the companies, the territories they hold, the strength of the companies, all kinds of stuff, you know, and there's a lot involved into it. Obviously, I will be giving you guys my my honest opinion here. No influence on your boy. I refuse to get influenced out here. You know, look, this is all my opinion. So if you hate it, if you say, Willie, this is trash, you know what, that's fine. All I ask is that you respect my opinion, because at the end of the day, everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's list is going to be different. So it is what it is. So, you know, everybody's list is going to be different here. So just respect what I'm doing out here. It is what it is, guys. So let's get it going. Let's get it rolling. And if you're in the chat, what is up? Let's get some hype. Let's get some hype in the chat, guys. Look, I've been really excited to get this one going. I put a lot of, we're making it happen. We're making it happen, guys. We're finally here at the tier list. I'm considering about making this bi-weekly and not monthly. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, first thing I want to address here. The companies are down here. This is the companies.
Let's go.
So first thing I want to address here is that I got rid of needs improvement. I got rid of needs improvement here. I did end up making it need to see more. Rather than needs improvement, I just need to see more from the Willyverse side of the companies here. From the Willyverse side of companies. So it is what it is. So, all right, guys. With further ado, let's get into it, guys. We're going to be jumping into this one here. And we're going to be jumping in with a little spice here. So we're going to be having 15K. 15K going to be the first company that we are going to be jumping into. Now, guys, if you guys don't know, 15K is a company over there on Marama. They're a Covenant faction. They have been on Marama for a hot second. They've been holding it down for a good while. Their stiffest competitions seem to be Maximum Effort. So Maximum Effort and them kind of battle it out over there. 15K though, they have some big territory over there, and that is just facts. They have big territory over there. So if you're looking at Marama as a competitive whole, then you will say that these guys really are competition. But as a whole, as a whole of New World right now, I still think that 15K is going to continue to hold down the B spot. Last listing they were at B. I still think that they're still kind of holding down the B slot. I think they're good. I think they're a good company, and B is not bad. You know, B is not bad. I do think though Marama as a whole, you know, we're starting to see a little bit more coming out from the server. So, you know, we're starting to see some other companies starting to evolve over there, like Prim. You know, maybe that can be some better. A Bumpy, thank you for the raid. Maybe that can be some better, you know, ways to kind of look at the way these guys are playing. So we'll see what it looks like. We'll see. So 15K, hold down B. And also, guys, I will be doing a full rearrangement at the end of this, by the way, guys. I will be doing a full rearrangement, you know, kind of get things going. So we'll be getting into this now. Aphotic going to be up next on the menu here. Aphotic coming up now, guys. Aphotic Covenant Company over there on Orofina. They just made their way from Olympus. They were actually going to get transferred into COS, but they made their way. They chose Olympus instead. Aphotic has been looking pretty good, though. I do think that as a whole, Aphotic coming in from Olympus, you know, they have 2 territories right now. When it comes to overall competition, when it comes to overall competition here, it is kind of interesting, right? Olympus, some of the Olympus companies are having a hard time. Aphotic did have some very good looks against Downfall and a couple of the other companies. So I think Aphotic in general is pretty solid here. I don't think they're that bad. And but you know, I will say, you know, it's kind of rough. You know, against the top competition, Aphotic seems to struggle, but against the mid tier and the lower competition, Aphotic seems to do fine in a way. So I don't know. I am going to stand by, you know, at least right now. And again, this is for January. From what I saw coming in from Aphotic, they had some wins. They did beat some attacks. They have 2 territories, and they came in from Olympus looking good. So I'm going to put them at C. I'm putting Aphotic at C. And again, this is for January, guys. You know, they came in from Olympus. They ended up taking 2 territories for themselves. They've won multiple attacks, even if it is against, you know, lesser competitive, companies. I still feel like Aphotic, you know, for now. And guys, also, there's a million companies, just so you guys know. And I'm not looking at chat, okay? Look, I'm not going to look at chat. I know how you guys are. But there's a million companies. So the placements of these as well, you know, are going to matter too. So Aphotic is at C for now, but we'll see what it ends up looking like. We will see, guys. Let's do a random. Let's see. Let's do Prim. Let's do Prim here. All right, guys, Prim. So Prim is over there. Prim is a unique case, kind of like what we saw from Borpa. Prim is now on 2 servers now, which is actually pretty cool. And they just started a company up. Well, it's Prim, but they started kind of getting active over there on Marama, and they're obviously over there on I believe it's Seer. Yes, they're over there on Seer, and on Seer they own they own Everfall and Windsward, so they're looking very strong, so not bad. And then over there on Marama, they do a pretty good job at you know, starting to already provide some competition. We've seen them take 15K and maximum effort to Fort, so I like seeing that. You know, it's really good. I really like to see that there. So, you know, I think it's a good look for Prim. And right now, due to the fact that they are in 2 servers, here, and on the Fresh Start server, they own the 2 biggest territories. Looking good. And then on the Legacy server, they're already taking big companies like 15K and maximum effort to Fort. I think Prim gets an upgrade this month, and I think Prim definitely deserves a C spot. I really like what they're doing. In fact, I think it's probably over Aphotic a little bit. I think Prim, I really think Prim, again, just the fact that they own the 2 biggest territories on a Fresh Start server is pretty good. And already providing competition for the Marama server is very interesting. So let's go. You'd love to see it. Let's do Boogaflu. Let's do the Booga Boys. Let's do the Booga Boys out here, guys. Now, we just saw Boogaflu have a very insane defense there against the Dropout squad. And Boogaflu and some of the COS people and stuff, like, it's hard. Like, Boogaflu supplement dropouts, it's very hard. So Boogaflu is kind of in this territory of, like, you know, they're fighting the same competition, and kind of all of them last month had a hard time when it comes to, you know, where, you know, having successful attacks but yet very good defenses. And I think that's kind of what we're starting to see. Boogaflu, obviously a syndicate company over there on COS. So I think Boogaflu, though, is still just a slightly under the edge of what some of the other companies up there in COS are. I think Boogaflu deserves A+ still. I think they're still fighting the good fight, but we did see some wars coming in this month from Boogaflu that really does kind of raise some eyebrows here about, you know, maybe they could be potentially getting lower, and it's not. I understand they're fighting the good fight out there, but you know, they've had some rough attacks where they got completely farmed. So we'll have to see them do a little bit better on that offense, because right now the fact that we really only have the way offense looks like, you know, it's kind of rough, right? Defense, a lot of people are winning defense. So Lost Reapers, that's in the graveyard. Also, guys, you know, I'm going to be putting people in the graveyard here too. Look, I mean, you know, I'm going to keep these companies here because it's like never forget, you know. So Declared's in the graveyard. Declared in the graveyard. Let's go ahead and just pick out the graveyard here. Let's go. We'll put Top G in the graveyard. They're dead. Let's see who else is here. Uppies died, guys. If you guys didn't know, Uppies died. Uppies is dead. Let's go ahead. Enough's Enough is dead. You hate to see it. Leaked is dead. Riposte is dead. Where's Riposte at? Riposte is dead. There's a lot of rough looks coming in here. Let me see. Let me scan. Make sure I got all of the dead bodies. Supple is dead. Yeah, Handsome Blokes is dead. Yeah, Cosmic Scales is dead. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's go. Let's get it, guys. All right, we're getting back into it. Okay, so we picked out kind of some of the people who were already holding down the graveyard. So let's get it, guys. We are gonna go ahead and let's pull Strict. let's grab Strict here. So Strict, if you guys don't know, is now Marauders on Orofina. That actually changed this month. Strict was on Marama at the start of the month, and they ended up making their way over to Orofina this month. Now, Strict, a very strong company. They had the battle against them, though. They were going straight up against they were going straight up against like the hard fight, right? They had to fight a lot of these, a lot of these big companies, especially in a defensive meta. But they have very convincing defenses, and I think that's one thing about Strict that I do like is that, look, they can get to the fort on attack. They can tick the point a little bit, like a lot of companies. But they did end up, guys. Look, I had a thing that you guys might not remember. Strict beat West Bench this month, and I'm going to give him A tier. I'm going to give Strict A tier. Strict beat West Bench this month. And guys, there was not many wars where attackers actually beat people. I'm just saying, look, Strict did beat West Bench this month, and I think that deserves a little recognition. And they took Monarch's Bluff coming in from Marama. They beat West Bench, and now they've been having successful defenses against successful defenses against people like Cosmic Scales and stuff like that. I mean, it's a good look. So I mean, they're holding it down. I think Orofina is pretty spicy in that matter. So let's go. Speaking of matter, let's do Doesn't Matter. Let's do Doesn't Matter here. So Doesn't Matter is a Marauder company that came in from Devoured. They got merged into the Lilith server. Is it Lilith? Yeah. They got merged into the Lilith server. They've been warring as much as they can. I will say though, it Doesn't Matter kind of struggles a little bit. They have some strength, man. You can see some glimpse. Or Amara, my bad, not Lilith. Amara, thank you, chat. Sorry, look, I got a lot of stuff going on up here. So yes, this was Amara. So Doesn't Matter is from Amara, or is in Amara there. But the thing is, man, Doesn't Matter. It feels like they're so close. It feels like they're so close, man. But unfortunately, I think they do get the big D. They get the big D here. I think that Doesn't Matter. They have some strength. I want to see more. They've done decent they've done pretty decent the start of it since they kind of came to Amara. We have seen good things, but I just gotta see a little bit more coming in from the squad. So it is what it is. And on that note, let's go ahead and get another Amara company in here now. Let's go ahead and do F Baller. Now, I do know that, people are saying that F Baller is dead. This is a list for January. And you know what? We did catch F Baller. And I want to respect that. We caught F Baller this month a lot. I know they're dead. But look, the thing is this is a judgment of last month. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, this is judgment of last month and where I think that they played last month, and they had some good wars. They actually held out companies like Ordo Renatus and things like that pretty good. And I want to respect these guys for fighting this month. I don't want to discredit anything they did in January simply because they aren't dead. I do think that they had a pretty good month, if you ask me, actually. In fact, I think they had a good month to where I put them in B. And I know that sounds wild and weird. Maybe you guys have a different opinion, but I think F Baller was arguably one of the best Amara companies, in my opinion. Like, these guys were looking good, kind of punching a little bit out of Ordo Renatus and standing their ground against some of the other companies that came in from Devour. Now, I think F Baller did get a bit of a buff this month because we've seen other people like Swipe Knight coming in and they can't fight each other. You know what I mean? They can't really fight each other. So I think that's kind of like, it kind of sucks, but I think they had a pretty good January overall. So I think they do hold down that spot. Let's go, guys. Let's do a little Valhalla. Let's address let's go ahead and address Borpa. Let's address Borpa. Now, guys, I know I got some criticism. I put Borpa in S tier last month. I think Borpa had a fantastic December, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think Borpa had a bit of a rough January. I'm just gonna be honest. They're a very strong company. I didn't get to catch a ton of Borpa, but they still are good out there. They're still a very good company, and they're also on Fresh Star, and they're over there on Valhalla's too. And guys, the Valhalla Borpa boys are very, very strong. They actually own multiple, very strong territories over there on Valhalla, which is a very good feat. These guys are still very good. I've seen a couple rough attacks attacks coming out from Borpa, you know, specifically fighting the Heaters squad, you know, but I think Borpa is still very strong, you know, that the Borpa boys. On Fresh Start, I haven't seen as much this month. So, and also Preoffs is a furry, so I think I'm going to put them in A. No, I'm kidding. I am going to put Borpa in A tier. I think, unfortunately, going down from that S, I still think that Borpa is a very strong company. Again, they're in you know, they're in a Fresh Start, they're in Legacy. So, you know, you got to give them respect. You know, you got to give them respect there. But I do think Borpa holds it down on Valhalla. And I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, their Valhalla core is very strong. And I haven't, you know, we've seen some rough attacks. But we haven't really seen, you know, the defense is still strong. And guys, I got to go off, you know, I got to go off on, you know, a lot of defense play, guys. I know, like, the reality of the situation is this month has been crazy for defense. So, so let's see. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get, man, let's go ahead and get Heaters. Look, we just talked a lot about Borpa. We talked a lot about Heaters, and guys, look, Heaters is doing very good jobs out here. Look, I'm just saying, Heaters has been doing a very good job. They've, you know, they've had, I think they have had a couple, I think they've had a successful attack or two. I don't know if they've beaten DSS or Borpa. I'm not sure. I don't think they've beaten them, but Heaters has had very good defenses and they've had very good attacks as well. I know that fact for sure. And also, guys, again, Heaters has made Borpa sit on a 2-point hold. Heaters has made Borpa and DSS like really fight for that defense. And I know I got to go off of the defensive meta. I have to go off the defensive meta. It's all I got this month, guys. You know, it's like, that's all I got. So if a company is holding another very strong company on 2-point hold and stuff, I think that's a pretty good, I think that's a pretty good look. You know, I think that's a pretty good look, dude. I think that's solid. You know, I think Heaters is doing good. So it's arguable. I mean, some people might say Heaters A+. I think Heaters is definitely A or A+ here. I don't know. I think Heaters for now. Well, we can revisit this, but I think Heaters had a very good January, and we'll look at it. But I think Heaters is definitely top of A. I think they're top of A right now, again, because I'm looking at the trajectory of the company, right? And Heaters has done a very good job this month, and I like that. But I mean, look, Strict though, I mean, it's hard telling though, guys. See, look, this is what makes it so hard, because Strict is objectively having a little bit more competition and getting a little more active. Strict or Heaters right now, I mean, damn it. We'll address it later. We'll address it later, guys. Look, it's hard, okay? Look, we'll address it later. Well, before we get done with the tier list, we'll go through it all, and we'll kind of get the organization in. So we'll address it later, but that's a hard one. All right, let's go. We'll do alternates. Now, alternates, guys, this is a newer company on Marama. I believe they are Marauder Faction, which is cool to see because Marama needs the Marauders on their side. So we'll see what it looks like. Now, alternates I haven't personally caught a lot of, so I'm going to put them in the needs, need to see more. I'm going to put them in the need to see more category. I know, again, you know, I'm kind of checking out some of the servers. You know, I'm kind of hearing rumbles about some, you know, some of these companies, and alternates is one of them. So I haven't really seen them. I haven't really seen them as much. So I need to see more in the sense of, you know, I literally have not caught much of their wars. So it is what it is. You know, I need, this is the Willyverse. I see people saying, ain't no way. Stop the cap. No, you guys stop the cap, okay? You guys stop the cap. I haven't caught a single alternates war last month. You guys are wrong. You guys are objectively wrong, and I will stand by myself. I need to see more from this company. I cannot place these guys without seeing a war. I'm just saying. Like, it is what it is. I have not seen it, but I wanted to put them on the list because I wanted to show that respect. You know, I wanted to show that respect that I know they're up and coming, and I'm going to be looking out for them. So I'm going to be looking out for them. So I'm here for it. Let's go. Oh wait, X Payout is Graveyard too. X Payout's Graveyard too, guys.
Let's go!
Yo, oh Billy, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, X Payout is in the graveyard. They unfortunately disbanded as well. Yeah, hate to see it. Let's do a quick little toot for the graveyard. All right, there you go. Little toot for the graveyard. You hate to see it. All right, guys, let's go now. Let's do dropouts. Dropouts. I don't even say S. I mean, I'm not even gonna play with you guys. You know, I'm not even gonna play with you guys. Dropouts is an S tier company. I know you guys know that. I know that. We all know that. That's, you know, it is what it is. Dropouts is S tier up there. They're on COS. They are arguably one of the best companies out there, still fighting some of the other best companies like Supple and Bugaflu and stuff. So you love to see it. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like here. We'll see what it looks like here, guys. Let's go. There's not much else to say about dropouts. The main thing I can say about dropouts is that, you know, these guys are very strong. The thing is, and again, just like Bugaflu and Supple, they haven't won an attack last month, but they win good defenses. And the reason why I think Bugaflu was a little bit below dropouts is because the fact that dropouts has had better attacks, in my opinion. I think Bugaflu has had some very rough attacks this month. Like, that's last month. That's just how it goes. I have to judge this off of the way the attacks look like too, because Bugaflu has gotten, you know, kind of 2-point held, 1-point held, you know, a couple times, and I gotta go with that. You know, I gotta try and lock it in. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and do let's do who do we do next, guys? Let's do vertical. Let's do vertical. Now, guys, look, I'll be honest, okay? Look, I'll be honest here. We'll do the vertical boys, but I gotta be honest, man. Vertical felt like I did vertical dirty. People thought I did vertical dirty last month, dude. I got so many messages from people from vertical, and they were like, "What are you doing, bro? I can't believe this, bro." Vertical is a Covenant company. Vertical is a Covenant company over there on Lilith now, or I believe, yeah, they're on Lilith, right? Yeah, they're over there on Lilith. They got merged. They were in Avalon. They got merged over there onto Lilith, and they have been doing very good things over there. I think there is something to say about the competition that Vertical faces. So I want to address that first. The thing is, there is it's an asterisk. Vertical is the strongest company that we've seen coming in from Avalon and Mirrodin and stuff like that. They are. But when you go to Lilith, it's almost a lot of the same, right? It's a lot of the same, you know, because you're pretty much fighting Borpa over there. And Borpa and Vertical are pretty much fighting each other. We saw Vertical, you know, beat Peacocks and, you know, some of the other Lilith companies, I'm pretty sure. But it's just, you know, what is Vertical's competition? I mean, they got the Borpa boys. But I just don't know. I think I'm going to put, again, we can revisit here. I'm going to put Vertical at A tier, simply because I do think that they were the top company that came in from Avalon and has been stomping last month, having convincing wars. I think they're pretty good. I think they're a pretty good company, and I like that. You know, I like seeing that. I do think that they are strong. The thing is, though, I just don't know. You know, it could be lower, it could be higher. I feel like Vertical's weird, but then again, also, I think this is a symptom of the fact that I think Fresh Start is weird. I think it's so hard to gauge. You know, one of the hardest things when I'm making these lists is how do I gauge Fresh Start against Legacy? Because it's like, I want to give Vertical a high ranking, but it's like, it's almost like, man, because it's Fresh Start, and it sounds bad, but I almost want to go lower. But right now, we'll put them in A. We can address it. I think, I mean, you know, it's a pretty good spot there. So let's get it. No, let's get it, guys. And I simply put Vertical. Well, okay, we'll have to address this A tier, guys. This A tier is going to be an absolute shit show, just so you guys know. The A tier is going to be an absolute shit show, so you guys better buckle up, dude. You guys better buckle up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Who tier is going to be going into the pseudo Who tier. No, seriously, Who tier is made up of some of the uppies, and Who tier is made up of some of the uppies and stuff like that. But no, Who tier is over there on Seer, and to be honest, though, I need to see more. I need to see more coming out here from the squad. So We'll see what it looks like. Maybe we can catch some more wars from them, things like that. You know, we'll just have to take a look at it. But right now, I'm just going to put them in Need to See More. The reality of the situation is I just haven't seen them much. So let's go. Let's go ahead and do Fed. Let's do Fed. Now, Fed is a purple company over there on Castle of Steel. They're pretty strong. Yeah. Okay. Well, look. Okay, I take that back. They're good. The thing about Fed is they're good at fighting some of the more PvE companies, but they really do lack when it comes to fighting against some of the stronger companies out there. And that's just the truth. You know, they have some strength, but man, when it comes to fighting more, it is what it is. I think Fed respectfully is going to be getting in that D tier. I think Fed is D tier. I think that, you know, they hold it down, but it's just not, it's not 100% when they fight harder competition. So we'll just hold them, we'll hold them at the D spot. And I think that's pretty fair. I think that's fair there. Let's go. And speaking of that, let's do Pat Patrol. Let's talk a little bit about Pat Patrol over on COS here. Now, Pat Patrol is a Marauder company over there on Castle of Steel. They look pretty good. Now, the thing about Pat Patrol, this is weird. So COS is weird in general because you have tiers of competition on the server, right? You just have these tiers, and Pat Patrol is in this like middle tier. You know what I mean? Pat Patrol's holding down this like middle tier on COS. They can't really compete against like the Bugaflus and the Supples, but they can like stomp, you know, a lot of the other like mid to lower companies. So it's very weird. You know, it's like, Ashley, I see you. Pat, best non-Booga. Yeah, exactly, Ashley. That's what I'm saying. So I think respectfully, I think Pat Patrol does deserve, I think, a C tier placing at least, you know, and that's moving up from where I had him last. I think Pat Patrol is pretty good, but again, it's like, it's having that hard time when it comes to fighting against some of the stronger companies over here. So I think Pat Patrol definitely deserves that. You could argue maybe top of C. You could argue maybe top of C, top of B. I mean, you could make that argument, but I think that until I see a convincing pad war against like Bugaflu or Supple, I just want to see a little bit more. Just want to see a little bit more coming in from the squad there. So let's go. Let's get it, guys. Let's go ahead and do Swipe Night. Oh God, dude. Let's do Swipe Night, guys. Oh God, I was not looking for swipe. Look, this is guys, look, I'll be honest. This is another company who, let's just say Willie got a lot of messages about. Yo, thank you for the follow. Saints, thank you. Let's just say this is another company that Willie got, a lot of messages from. So we'll see what it looks like. Now Swipe Night is very strong. So Swipe Night coming in from Devour. They went on to Amara, and to be honest, guys, look, Swipe Night did a fantastic job. Now, yeah, who's Swipe Night? I got you. So Swipe Night used to be declared. Swipe Night used to be declared, and whenever they made their way onto Amara with the merge, they ended up kind of popping off. They jumped on the server, and they really stood out compared to a lot of the other companies, pretty much taking control of like the whole server. I mean, I don't know, and nobody has beat them. Especially on defense. I don't know if any. I mean, has Swipe Night lost an offense? I'm not sure. So we'll have to see. I don't know. It's pretty solid, though. I think both of them are pretty good. I think Swipe Night's pretty good. I think Swipe Night, it's arguable. Swipe Night could be A+ when it comes to the strength that they had coming into Amara, because the thing is, but I'm starting to wonder is like, was Amara as competitive? I think what we saw when Devour got merged was Amara as competitive as people thought it was? I think that's the overarching question. You know what I mean? Was Amara as competitive as what we thought? And if it was as competitive, then, you know, it's like, you know, then it could be good. But if it wasn't that competitive and we just kind of saw Amara as, you know, maybe they just didn't have hitters, then it's like Swipe Night could be lower. I think it's kind of in the in-between. You know, I think it's in the in-between here. I think I'm going to go ahead and also kind of with the fresh start asterisk, I'm going to put Swipe Night in A tier. I think A tier is pretty respectful here coming in. I think they definitely deserve it, having a very good debut. And also, guys, we're going to be going through and swapping people around and stuff. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be going through and kind of swapping, you know, things around. We'll see what it looks like though. And like, this isn't the final tier, so we're gonna 100% go through this and try to rearrange things. So let's go. Let's do Horizon. Horizon. Now, Horizon is a Marauder company over there on Orofina. Horizon is a Marauder company on Orofina here, so should be pretty interesting. Now, these guys had a decent start of the month, but ended up having a kind of rough end of the month. Like they just kind of went, they were very good at 1 second, you know, but then they kind of lost their territories. Now they do have some territory over there still, but I think Horizon is definitely, at least right now, you know, as a month, Horizon definitely, you know, they definitely went down. I feel like, you know, they were at A tier last month. I think it's kind of respectful to kind of put them at B tier this month. And you know, you could argue C, but I think Horizon, you know, it's like, I don't know. I think respectfully, I think they can hold down a little bit of that B tier for now. They could go down though. I mean, it's kind of interesting. You know, we saw them like have a good war against a Fodok, you know what I mean? But like, aside from that, you know, they do have a territory. I think they have 2 territories right now, so I'm not sure. Dude, I love taking a glance over and seeing you guys like, no way, bro. Look, I just want to tell you guys, look, this was the hardest list to ever make because last month was a fucking disaster. Like it was an absolute disaster in all forms. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, I guess I could argue the fact that Horizon could be C. They actually did take a lot of losses last month, man. Ah, shit. I mean, they did take a lot of losses last month. I mean, they literally went, yeah, I guess they have been on a steady downcline. All right, I'll fold this time. I think, okay, Horizon could go to C. Horizon could go to C. I can see that. I can definitely see that. So I'll hold them C for now. We'll see what it looks like. Again, we'll revisit. They took a lot of losses this month. Let's go. Let's do Maximum Effort. Now, Maximum Effort, they are a syndicate company over there on Marama, and their top competition really is 15K. These guys battle it out all the time. You know, again, defense meta a little bit. I don't think either of these guys have been able to successfully beat each other on attack yet. If it's not like a what is it, like a B team roster or something. Like when you're talking about the way these guys fight, all the wars that I've caught, these guys have just been I mean, they're pretty much similar. So I'm going to put them right next to 15K. The only reason I put 15K above Maximum Effort is because the fact that they have a little bit more convincing territories on the map. Really, I mean, really, these guys are so neck and neck. Like, these guys are literally so neck and neck. 15K and Maximum Effort literally are just like right here. Like, they have very similar attacks. They have very similar defenses. So I think the B tier is pretty solid. It's pretty solid here. So let's go. Let's do Min X now. Let's do Min X here. Now this is for the month of this is for the whole month of what is it, of January. So Min X is kind of weird because I know that there are some rumblings. That you know, Min X might might not be around. I don't know. Look, that's this one I'm hearing. I've heard that from multiple people. But you know, at least for the last month, you know, they did have some awesome defenses. We saw a couple of sick defenses coming out from them and holding it down against some you know, big moves. So that was pretty cool. I think they had an attack. I think they had a win too. I think they had a win too last month, actually, if I'm not mistaken. But they did lose to Ouroboros. I'm not gonna lie, they did lose to Ouroboros, and yeah. So I think Min X last time, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. You know, I could put them at the back of C or I could put them kind of towards the top of D for their performance of last month. I mean, and again, they're in Orofina, so I mean, they are fighting stiffer competition. I feel like it's either the back of C or like the top of D for Min-X, you know, or at least for their performance. I feel like, you know, I feel like they did pretty decent, but they did lose some, you know, it's kind of hard. Kind of hard here. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably put them at the maybe the top. I'll put them at the back of C for now, for the month. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I got to do some revisions, guys. This is not easy. Orofina is so fucking hard. All the Orofina companies are so fucking hard. It's not even. This is literally the hardest ever. We could put them at the top of D, though. I mean, again, we'll just have to revisit it. You'll just have to revisit it here. All right, let's go. Minatari. Now, Minatari is a Marauder company over there on Seer. And we're just gonna put them in the needs to see more. I know that Minatari is kind of up and coming from what people have been saying, and I have not really caught a lot of Minatari just yet. So just want to kind of show them some respect on you know, a lot of people are saying this year that they could be some type of competition. We've caught them like maybe once or twice, so we'll see. I just kind of want to put them, just going to kind of put them over here. And kind of put them up here. And I think Price Check is another company that's over here as well. On the needs to see more. I think Price Check is a Marauder company as well on Seer, and I just need to see a little bit more of Seer. So all these guys are just in the needs to see more here, and we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. So we'll see what it looks like, guys. But yeah, we'll hold it down. So let's go. Let's go ahead and do Downfall. So Downfall has had a very rough month. Downfall has had a very, very rough month. These guys, you know, they were looking good in the beginning. They held out a couple defenses against like Ouroboros and things like that. But then unfortunately, they did start losing to some of those companies, Aphotic, Ouroboros, all those people. And then also kind of had a very hard time, you know, recently with some of the company members having a hard time and losing, you know. So I do think that I think that unfortunately Downfall is probably going to be in the D tier. Unfortunately for their performance this month here, or last month, they had a bit of a hard time, but it is what it is. Maybe they can bounce back. Maybe they can bounce back a little bit. I would like to see that. You know, we saw an attack coming in tonight. They took it to fort against. They took it to fort against. Who are they fighting tonight? They took it to fort. Pretty solid. Was it Aphotic? I think it was. Let me check. Yeah, they took it to fort. No, Ouroboros. They took it to fort against Ouroboros tonight. So, I mean, not bad, but again, just need to lock it in a little bit more. Let's go. And let's do a little West Bench. Now, West Bench is a Covenant company over here on Orofina. Pretty solid. These guys are very good. You know, they've owned Everfall for a very long time. These guys, you know, these guys have owned Everfall for a long time now. They've had to. Now, the thing is West Bench has had some successful defenses against Egode, and that's one thing that we didn't really see coming down from. We really didn't see coming down from, we saw Handsome Blokes, for instance, have a very hard time. You know, we saw Handsome Blokes, you know, unfortunately lose to Egode. So, and what West Bench has been able to hold it down. These guys really have been able to hold it down. So I think that for now, I think West Bench is an A tier company. I think so. I think West Bench is pretty solid. We're going to put them at the top of A. Unfortunately, last month I did have them at A+, but I think that they're still very good. So we'll see what it looks like here. We'll see what it looks like here. So not bad. Let's do, let's go ahead and do Handsome Blokes. Speaking of Handsome Blokes here, or speaking of Orofina, you know, it should be interesting. Look, Handsome Blokes are the Giga Chads, the cockroaches. Now, one thing that Handsome Blokes does have against some of the other companies here is that they did have a convincing win last month. They did beat Cosmic Scales, and that is something that not a lot of people did, even though you know, it was a rough look coming in on their defense. You know, I think Handsome Blokes did do a very good job at taking that territory from Cosmic, and Cosmic can, you know, you know, Cosmic was, you know, looking pretty hot, and it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. So I think Blokes is A tier, 100%. Now we're gonna have to revisit this A tier, guys, again. So we're gonna have a lot of people in A tier because I want to justify the A+ and the dropouts, you know, or A+ and the S tier. Oh my God, A+ in the A+ in the S tier. But I think they're pretty good. I mean, look, they only have Reekwater at the moment. But I would like to see a little bit more coming out from their attacks and defense. I mean, it's kind of weird for Blokes as a whole. But they could be, again, this is for the month of January. I mean, we'll talk about their trajectory. I do think their trajectory for February is a little bad, but for the month of January, I mean, coming in, beating Cosmic, owning Windsward for a while, having, you know, I mean, look, it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good here. But Blokes, yeah, it is hard. It's hard. We'll put it there for now. We'll adjust it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do, oh God, Supple. Now here's where it gets crazy. Here's where it gets crazy, guys. This is gonna be where it gets crazy. Now Supple is obviously S tier. Okay, look, I'm just gonna put them up there. Supple and Dropouts are banging it out over here for kind of the competition. Now we put Dropouts. We put Dropouts as S last month, or my bad, as the top last month, but it's kind of hard. Do we put Supple over Dropouts? Who is the best company right now? That's the thing. Is one thing I want to say about Supple is that last month they really started hitting their stride. Like, these guys really started having some very convincing wars. But the thing is it's like, it's so hard because like both of Dropouts and Supple literally both look so even. They're so even. Like, it really is. Like, it's crazy how even these companies are. It's kind of nuts. No one, it's like you could literally, sometimes you can copy paste. You could literally copy paste some of these wars, like Dropouts on attack versus, like, I don't know, Supple and Supple versus Dropouts. Like, dude, they literally look so much. You know, it's kind of interesting. So I think I'm gonna put Dropouts here at the top. But I mean, guys, honestly, and I'll say this here right here on the video, this will be on YouTube. These are pretty much even. These two are, I mean, these pretty dead ass even. You know, it is interesting. I think these guys are pretty even. Dropouts could have the edge, but I don't know. Let's go. Let's go ahead and do Egode next. Now, Egode making an appearance on Orofina, coming in representing the Syndicate faction, and these guys came in extremely hot. Yo, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Egode is extremely strong. These guys are some of the top competition in New World. They're on Orofina. They're having a hard time beating some of the other Orofina companies. We saw them beat Handsome Blokes, but they can't really beat West Bench. So it's like, that's something to kind of think about. But I do think that their appearance, the strength that they very convincingly have showed, I think that they do deserve A+. I think Egode is an A+ company. I think they're pretty good, and I would love to see Supple and Dropouts and Egode all kind of fight each other. I think that would be pretty cool. But I think Egode coming in looking strong off the rip, and we'll just have to keep it. We'll just have to track them. We'll just have to track them this month. We'll see. What does it look like? Can they beat some of the? Can they beat some of the other stronger companies over here? I know they don't have as much tenure as some of the other Orofina companies, right? Like West Bench and Cosmic and stuff has had more convincing wars or something, or more wars in the last month. But I do think the way Egode come on the scene, and I know the strength that is in that squad, I think they are A+. And again, you can go up or down from here, but we'll have to see what they look like. We'll have to see what they look like here going into kind of moving forward. But yeah, I think beating the Blokes was actually a really good look there. Let's go. Let's do Don't Panic. Don't Panic is a Covenant company over there on COS. Don't Panic is kind of in the conversations of that kind of middle tier, kind of that mid tier of, can they fight with the best, and they beat PvE companies. They're not, they're not bad respectfully in that aspect, but they kind of have a hard time fighting others. And I think even Path Patrol does a pretty good job at fighting Don't Panic. So I don't know. I think if you ask who's going to be winning in Pad versus Don't Panic, I think we have seen Pad beat. I think we have seen Pad beat Panic. 2-point held Fed today. Yeah, I mean, I think Don't Panic is a good company. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like are they C tier? I don't know. I think I'm going to respectfully put Don't Panic continue in the D tier, but moving on up in my opinion. I think they're moving on up. They're still above. They're still above. These guys here. So we'll see. Let's do Ouroboros. We'll do Ouroboros here. Now, my Ouroboros boys over there coming in, another company representing the Marauder faction, coming in from Olympus. These guys making their way over to Orofina. Kind of interesting to see. These guys are pretty strong in themselves. Now, I will say, it is kind of rough. They're kind of having a hard time when it comes to. I don't know. I don't know. You could say that Ouroboros is, I think Ouroboros, in my opinion, is a solid C tier. If you're looking at as Orofina as a whole, but I think probably a little bit more of the higher C tier. I think Ouroboros looks a little bit more convincing than Aphotic, and I think they're looking a little bit more convincing than Prim right now, but I gotta give Prim that respect for being on 2 servers. But I think Ouroboros is definitely on their way up. I think they're looking pretty good. And seriously, I mean, these guys could be starting to itch up more if they keep it going. If they keep it going, I think Ouroboros could be getting up there higher. So I really like that. I think Ouroboros is definitely high C. So let's do Cosmic Scales. Let's go ahead and do Cosmic Scales. Now, I will say one thing that Cosmic Scales has is an extremely strong defense. They've had a few offenses. They've fought against Strict. They fought against other people. They look pretty good. But their attacks, like for instance, we did see an attack today. Now, I can't factor in that attack today. I can't factor in that attack today because of the fact that that was a new month. So I do think Cosmic is very strong. I do think they're still top competition on the server. We haven't seen anybody beat them. Well, they did lose. They did lose the Handsome Blokes last month. They did lose the Handsome Blokes. So that's gotta affect the report card, right? I mean, they were one of few companies that actually did end up losing a defense last month. So, but Cosmic is still very strong overall. And they have look, they really are solid. I think that Cosmic Scales deserves definitely the top, up to the top of A tier in some regard. We'll address kind of like the order, but definitely A tier in general. I mean, I think, if you're top competition here in Orofina, and in general, I mean, I think A tier is a home for you, right? It is a home. So we'll see what it looks like here. We'll see what it looks like here. Let's get it, guys. Let's do Ordo Renatus. Let's do Ordo Renatus. Now, Ordo Renatus had a bit of a rough January. Ordo Renatus kind of struggling a little bit. It is what it is. I think Ordo definitely, they're a Covenant company over there on Amara, but since the merge came in, they kind of really had a hard time. They kind of had a very hard time fighting out against Swipe Knight and some of the other squad over there. I think Ordo is probably still going to be continuing to hold down a bit of a B tier. They look solid. They could be going down to C soon, but I do think that B tier is probably where they still reside. I don't know. They still provide some solid competition, but they had a hard time. I mean, I guess F-Baller did really beat them down on an attack. I don't know. It's interesting. They're a very good company, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. Is C tier? That's a little too generous. You think so? You guys think that's too generous? You guys think Ordo should be a C tier? And then look, interesting. I mean, we could be putting Ordo at C. They had a rough. Last month. I mean, yeah, maybe we could. I've seen a couple good defensives. We need an improvement. Ordo is a needs improvement company. You think so? Look, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The Graveyard? I don't know. Look, I'm not going to get swayed, but I don't know. It is interesting. I mean, I was debating. Trust me, I kind of have a draft pulled up. I was debating on kind of putting Ordo at at kind of like around C or the back of B. So I don't know. We'll have to see here. I don't know. Add a B plus to drop some out of A. Yeah, probably for sure. Actually, I probably should add like a B plus or something, right? Or I don't know. We definitely need. We have a lot in A. Dude.
Let's go.
Yo, A, thank you for the follow. Thank you. We'll go ahead and put Ordo a little bit lower than. Yeah, we'll put Ordo a little bit lower than. I mean, the thing is, I've seen them have defenses against some, I guess, some semi-strong companies. But then again, I guess it's Swipe Knight. I guess I gotta ask myself: if Swipe Knight ward Ordo right now, Swipe Knight would probably just slap. So I do got to ask myself that. Yeah, I guess that's true. I think it's disrespectful to put them below like Ouroboros or above Ouroboros and Horizon. Now that I think about it, yeah, we'll put them at back of C for now. We'll see. Maybe we'll put them at back of C for now. That's actually true because if I actually look at these guys as a whole, yeah, Ordo is kind of in a rough spot. Let's go DSS. DSS is a very strong company over there on Valhalla, holding it down, but we haven't really seen DSS beat Heaters yet. Now I say Heaters because, like, dude, look, over there on Valhalla, that is about the one, it's like the one, you know, kind of competition that you really have is kind of like, you know, it's like DSS can't fight Borpa. So it's like, what do they fight, right? You know, it's like, I guess Heaters is pretty much who they fight. You know, it's like, it's weird. You know, it is definitely weird. I hate to be putting so much more, I hate to be putting so much more people in freaking A tier, but like, dude, we might have to put some people in A plus and move some people to B, guys. I promised, I swear to God, before this is over, we'll put DSS in A for now, but before this is over, we're going to address this A tier and we're going to move some of these guys. So don't go anywhere. Let's go. Tribulation. Tribulation is on Marauder Company here. Marama Company here over on, oh my God, Marauder Company over here on Marama. They've had some decent defenses. To be honest, guys, I just haven't seen a lot of Tribulation. I still think they probably hold down a little bit of a D tier. You know, look, they're in the conversation, but they hold down a little bit of the D tier, okay? Look, I've seen a little bit of their wars last month. It's not bad, but just nothing convincing, and the attacks have been looking a little rough from what I've seen. So Bark for Heals is going to be the last one. Now, Bark for Heals, I've seen a lot of people in the chat talking about Bark for Heals. Guys, look, I'll be honest. I've only seen, yo, hey, Thorleo, oh my God, thank you for a ton of the biddies. Yo, thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, dude. What a beast. Now, Bark for Heals, a lot of people saying Bark killed F-Baller. Now, was F-Baller out the door? Like, I don't know. I do think Bark for Heals, again, now I got to be respectful. Again, I can't have bias just because we have a lot of people saying like, you know, Bark, you know, needs to go up high. Look, I can't be biased out here. The thing is, respectfully, I've only caught one war from Barks from Heals. I think they're strong. I do think they're probably in the C or B category, right? I mean, I think C for what I've caught. You know what I mean? I think it could be like C for what I've caught, maybe even like right here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just from what I have seen, guys. I've literally seen one war. You know what I mean? That's not our problem. That's the thing. Like, it's like, what is their strength gauge? Out there, a lot of people are mad about this. So I heard Bark has S tier furries. Do they belong higher? What do you guys think? B? You guys thinking B? Let me see. I don't mind. I'll take some opinions on this one. Look, I'll take some opinions on this one because the thing is, I need to get chat opinion on this one because I need to get the chat opinion because I haven't caught a lot of Bark. I got an idea, boys. Hold up. Yo, Captain Snacks, are you here? Hold up. Wait, where the fuck did Bark go? I didn't put him in the graveyard. Okay, look, I'm still holding him, guys. Snacks, are you here, dude? Let me know. Let me know, dude. No, you're not? That's fine. 1 second. I'll get this going. 1 second here. We're gonna do something that I haven't done yet. I haven't done this on any of my tier lists, but because you guys are so rowdy, you guys are barking. You guys won't stop barking. You guys are just rowdy like that. We'll get a poll up. I'll let you guys get a poll up here. We'll let the chat decide. Where does Bark place? Now, I'm not going to entertain like an S, right? Just to be fair, I'll do A, B, C, D. All right, guys, we'll give 3 minutes on the poll. Let's go. Poll is up. I want to see what you guys think. I just want to see a little bit because I haven't seen a lot of Bark for Heels. So I have not seen a lot of Bark for Heels. So I just want to see. Oh, have a little fun. You guys are saying D? Oh my God. I think that's people trolling. I don't think Barks is D. You guys gotta be doing that on purpose, bro. I should have known better. See, look, you guys want to yell at me about my rankings. I put this up. Let's go. And you guys immediately just go straight to, you guys give me shit. You guys give me shit, bro. Look at this. No way, dude. You got no way. They own 3 territories on Amara. Yeah, the people that spoke. Oh, dude, no way, dude. You guys are doing Bark dirty, bro. You guys are doing Bark dirty. Crazy, dude. Yeah, Zeke, I see ya. I feel ya. I do think that I don't think that they're D. The poll was a bad idea. I should have known better. I'm putting Bark above F-Baller since they did beat F-Baller last month and they have 3 territories. It's a good look month. It's a good month there. I think I'll put them above F-Baller here. So no, we'll hold it there. Yeah, they could be C tier 2, but I think on Amara, if you look at the top competition on Amara right now, it's definitely Swipe Knight, Bark, and it's not F-Baller anymore, but I did hear rumors that they might be going somewhere else. I heard rumors they might be going Marauder? Question mark? I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, I got to respect F-Baller for the month that they put in last month, even though they did lose. You know, again, they did have some convincing wars at the start, you know, and I think that is, you know, I don't want to discredit that. So don't want to discredit that. So, all right, guys, that is it there. But guys, we got to do some rearranging. We got to do some rearranging here. We will see you guys. Let's go. All right. Dropouts, supple. Yo, oh my goodness. Thorleo, thank you for the 1,200 biddies. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the biddies here. It is appreciated. Let's go. We will see you guys. Let's see, guys. All right, let's go. Let's check out A+ here. Boogaflu and Egoed. I think they deserve A+. I think right now, S is pretty fair. Dropout supple, I think, still deserve S. Somebody said S earlier for Egoed. I mean, we haven't seen a ton of Egoed, right? So I think respectfully, I want to keep them at A+. Now let's address this A. Let's address this A, dude. Let's go. Here's the thing. Does anybody deserve A+? That's the thing. The thing is here's the thing, guys. It's like when I look at all these guys, a lot of these guys are Aphotic at a B+ and drop. Yeah, maybe so. Swipe Knight A+. I don't know. Heaters is A+. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say, dude. But Westbench hasn't had like an attack that's been. Westbench lost a war, you know. Westbench lost a war last month. Like Cosmic and Westbench both lost a war in January. We're not going off about like what. I mean, I know we're only a couple days in here, but we're not going off 100% on what like the trajectory is, right? We're going off based off of last month, and right now it's like I can't put Westbench and Cosmic in A+ because they were one of few companies that did eventually lose a war last month. So it's like, you know, in attacking is objectively harder than you know, attacking is objectively harder than defense. So let's see. They're for 2 weeks and lost one defense in 2 months, correct? I mean, I'm going off of just last month. I mean, I think I think defense right now is kind of interesting because it's like, I feel like defense is obviously a little bit easier. So I do think that, you know, it is kind of interesting, right? I think Cosmic Westbench still at A. I think Heaters could move up. I think Heaters definitely could move up a little bit. Handsome Blokes has had a rough month. I think Strict has probably had, Strict did catch a dub. So I think on attack. So I think Strict could move up a little as well. Not bad. Now DSS and Borpa, these guys are kind of similar, right? They're kind of battling back and forth. They're kind of battling back and forth here. It's kind of weird. These guys are kind of like battling. I think it's like Borpa has the better territory on Valhalla, but DSS has had the better looking attacks on Valhalla. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with these two. It's like DSS has had better looking attacks, and Borpa has had better looking, or has like better. I don't know. It's hard to say. These guys are really so neck and neck. I feel it really is. These guys are so neck and neck. So we'll see. Let's get it. Ego does 1-1 more. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I can definitely see that argument, right? I can see the argument of like, well, why are you placing these guys so high? They only won 1 war. I think it was a convincing one though, and it showed the strength. Now I will say that West Bench is obviously holding them down, so it is kind of weird to say. I mean, I guess you can kind of wonder who's like, I don't know. It's interesting. Who's the best, syndicate company out there? It's kind of hard to tell, right? I mean, the way I look at it respectfully is the fact, the way I look at it is like, well, Cosmic lost to Blokes, and then Ego beat Blokes, right? So I don't know, like at least as, as a whole, when the strength stands, it's like, it's kind of like the way I'm kind of looking at it, but it's kind of hard to, there's so many variables about it. There really is. There's so many variables. It is what it is. It's kind of weird. Maybe we make, maybe we just do this. Maybe we just do this and just kind of make it to where these guys, I mean, what about that? I mean, look, maybe we just do this. We make all of these guys A+ because they are all kind of standing out. Or maybe we, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird because the thing is the A is flooded. The A is flooded here. In my opinion, it's kind of like, the A is absolutely flooded with this. So it's almost like I can't objectively. So it's either this, guys. Look, it's either I think Cosmic, West Bench, Heaters at A+, and this at A is a pretty good look in my opinion. It's either that or we do this. I mean, which one looks better? I mean, I'm going off of what I think personally. But which one looks better? If I got to do that, if I don't do this, then we take Swipe Knight, Vertical, and Borpa. Or we take Swipe Knight and Vertical down, and even possibly maybe some of the lower, or maybe even possibly some of the Valhalla companies. You know what I mean? It's like I feel, because it's like the thing is we have to adjust this A tier. So I think I will put some of the bigger hitters. We'll go ahead and do this because Heaters is pretty much on top of Valhalla, and they could deserve that A+ ranking. Cosmic and West Bench are both, I would say both these guys are pretty similar, but I think West Bench only has 1 territory, but it is a more influential territory. You know what I mean? I think it is a little more influential territory in my opinion. The thing is it's so hard with the way this fucking meta is, guys. It literally is. It's so hard with the way this meta is because I'm judging based.
Let's go!
I'm pretty much judging based off of fucking defensive wins. There's like very few actual attack wins. So it's like, it's so hard to say. It's so, like, this is why I was dreading this tier list, man. I know I was going to be doing this forever. But it's so hard because it's like, it's just so hard. But the thing is, yeah, Cosmic lost to the defense, and and I think West Bench hasn't lost the. Well, see, this is the thing. Cosmic and West Bench both lost last month. It's so hard. West Bench lost to Strict, and Cosmic lost to Blokes. But it's like it's hard. It's hard to say. But you know what? We'll keep it there for now. We'll keep it there for now. We'll keep it there for now. Let's go. Let's go down. I think the A tier looks pretty solid like this, in my opinion. We'll put again the 2 top kind of standout fresh start companies here on the on A. So not bad. Keep them here. And then at B, we'll go ahead, and I think these 2 are very close to each other. Now I know F-Baller's dead, but still a little bit of respect for what they were doing on Amara. Obviously they're going to be taken out, but Bark for Hills. 3 territories coming in, beating F-Baller and looking good. So I think that holds down B. C, Horizon and Ouroboros, I think kind of next to each other is fair. I think Ouroboros, excuse me, is kind of a little bit more on the come up than Horizon. I'd like to see Horizon kind of lock it in more. But I think Ouroboros, for what they did last month, pretty solid. Now Prim, again, on 2 servers, and One server objectively looking really good, pretty solid. I like to see that. Now, Aphonic has 2 territories on Orifina. I think that does beat out the strength that Pat Patrol has. I think MinX could go above Pat Patrol for the month that they had, which I think I will do that. I think MinX for the month that they did have, they had some wins, they did have some losses, but I think I will do that. I'll slot that there. Now, Ordo Renatus at the back of C, I can kind of see that as well. You know, they had a very rough month. I mean, you got a couple defensive wins, but aside from that, I mean, it is what it is, right? We have Doesn't Matter. I think holding down the top spot, pretty solid. Don't Panic right next to him. I could see Don't Panic being a little bit better than Downfall right now. Downfall's really having a hard time when it comes to their month as a whole. Tribulation and Fed kind of holding down the rear. And then we got our Graveyard and Need to See More. All right, guys, look, I know it was, look, I'm going to preface this here. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're in the chat, look, I'm going to preface it here, guys. It was a rough last month. I'm hoping that we see a little bit more definition coming out this month, right? I want to see a little bit more coming in, like a little more attack wins. I want to see, to make it a little bit easier to really decide, you know, what this looks like, right? You know, because it's really hard, you know, the way this meta is right now, this is not an easy thing to do. You know, it is not an easy thing to do here. You know, it's really hard. You know, it is really hard to kind of get this going. But at the end of the day, Horizon's done dirty. You think I can move Horizon up? You know what's funny, guys? 1 second here. Let me see something. I could show you guys my draft, and I did have Horizon at B. Dude. Maybe I could move Horizon up and maybe put him like right here. I could do it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I could do it here. You know, I don't know, man. But I don't know, because I feel I did have Horizon B on my draft. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna keep Horizon B. I agree. I had it in my draft. I think maybe I just kind of looked over Horizon. But yeah, I mean, I think they can be B. I think that's fair. Let's go, guys. So guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're, oh wait, well shit, wait, hold up. But then it runs the question about Ouroboros. Oh, fuck, then it runs the question about oh God. No, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm leaving it at that. I'm gonna be here all night. I'm gonna be here all night. All right, let's go, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're ending it here. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. I could literally do this all day. If you guys want to catch the rest of it, send it to your friends. Check the link in the chat. My YouTube is going to be in the chat there. Consider joining that YouTube. Guys, look, on the YouTube, I do want to say I am very close to 1,000 subs. So seriously, hit a sub on that YouTube, guys. It means so much. Remember to sub. It is very appreciated, guys. You know, look, once we hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, it really means that hey, your boy can start making nickels and dimes off of YouTube currency. So, hey, thank you guys again. I hope that this was a lot of fun. That's what it's about. I had a lot of fun doing this, even though it's stressful as hell. But I have a lot of fun doing it. So, thank you guys for being here and hanging out. This is going to be ending the YouTube video and the segment. So, thank you guys. I'll see you later.